Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today we're discussing the confirmed 5-star characters for the upcoming 5.3 banners. What's even more exciting is that we already have insight into most of the 4-star lineup. In this video, I'll be covering the full banner lineup for the 5.3 update. Since we all already know about the limited 5 stars in this section of the video, I will focus on the 4-star characters. Normally we don't get any information about the 4-star lineup until much closer to the patch's release. And when it does happen, it's through official announcements. But recently DG Cat, a person known for their reliability, has been ahead of the curve. In previous updates they've correctly predicted the 4-star lineup well before Hoyoverse made it official. This kind of accuracy makes their recent claims about the 5.3 banners worth paying attention to. If their information holds true again, it could give players a major advantage in planning their teams and primo gem spending. Well, according to them, we can expect Bennett, Rosaria, Diana, Chevreuse and Liyue to join the banners. These characters bring a mix of support, shielding, healing, and elemental synergy, making the lineup versatile and appealing for player looking to strengthen their teams. Given Cat's track record, this info is highly credible, even though 4-star leaks this early are usually rare. The first half of version 5.3 brings us 2 brand new characters, Mavuika, the Pyro Archon, and Citlali, a Cryo Catalyst support unit. Let's talk about what this lineup might look like when paired with their rumored 4 stars. If you're planning to pull for Mavuika, Bennett is a huge win here. He's one of the most versatile supports in the game, offering healing and a massive ADK boost with his burst. Pairing him with Mavuika allows her to deal even more devastating pyro damage, which is key for maximizing her main DPS potential. Plus, his pyro resonance with Mavuika gives a nice attack bonus to the team. Next up, we have Rosaria, a solid cryo option. Rosaria's ability to provide cryo application through her skill and burst makes her a great enabler for melt reactions when paired with Mavuika. On top of that, her crit rate boost for teammates helps Mavuika's damage numbers hit even harder. Now this is where my speculation comes in. Charlotte, a cryo catalyst, hasn't had a rerun since her debut, so it feels like her return is overdue. Charlotte's consistent cryo application makes her a perfect fit in Mavuika-centered melt teams. Whether it's through her charged attacks or burst, she brings reliable cryo uptime while also providing a bit of healing utility. If this lineup turns out to be true, the first phase will have some incredible synergy for melt-focused teams with Mavuika as the pyro DPS, and strong cryo supports like Rosaria or Citlali, and possibly Charlotte enabling reactions. Plus, Bennett makes this team incredibly efficient. The second phase features Arlecino and Chlorinde. Here's how their 4-star lineup could shape up. Chevreuse brings additional pyro application, which is perfect for supporting Arlecino. Whether you're building for overload or raw pyro damage, Chevreuse ensures constant pyro uptime. Her off-field capabilities make her an excellent support, especially when paired with Clorinda's electro damage for consistent overload reactions. Now here's an interesting addition. Liyue, a 4-star Anemo character. Liyue's swirl capabilities and crowd control can help group enemies together, which makes our Arlecchino and Clorinda's AoE skills far more effective. Swirling pyro or electro boosts reaction damage, making her a valuable utility unit for both characters. For survivability, we have Diana, the cryo bow user. Diana's shields and healing add essential team durability, which can be especially helpful when running aggressive DPS units like Arlecchino, while DG Cat has provided solid info on 5 4-star characters: Bennett, Rosaria, Chevreuse, Liyue and Diana. There's a 6th 4-star in the mix. My personal guess? Charlotte. It makes perfect sense. Charlotte hasn't had a rerun since her release, and her cryo kit pairs well with both phases of 5.3. She complements Mavuika and melt teams during the first phase and could even offer some cryo support for Arlecino setups in the second phase. The confirmed 5-star characters in version 5.3, Mavuika, Citlali, Arlecino and Chlorinde, already make this update exciting for many players. Adding the possible 4-star lineup and the banners become even more tempting. If these banners turn out as predicted, version 5.3 might actually be one of the toughest patches for F2P players. With such a stacked lineup of both 5-star and 4-star characters, deciding where to spend your hard-earned primo gems is going to be a real challenge. Mavuika, Citlali, Arlecchino and Clorinda are all high-demand characters with strong kits, making this Patch almost impossible to skip for many players, and if the rumored 4-star roles hold true, even the support roles are incredibly tempting. For F2P players, this means making some very tough choices. 3 months ago, reliable leaker Flying Flame said that version 5.3 would include a Liyue-themed Chronicled Wish. This made a lot of sense, especially since the update will have the next Lantern Rite. Let's be honest, it's hard to picture a Lantern Rite without banners featuring Liyue characters. A Chronicled Wish based on Liyue seems like the perfect fit, but there's one thing that's confusing. Full stop. Chan, the leaker who shared the confirmed 5.3 banner lineup, didn't say anything about a Chronicled Wish. This has made some people wonder if it's actually going to happen. Still, it's just not realistic to think Lantern Rite would skip Liyue characters entirely, so a Chronicled Wish seems very likely. Looking at past Lantern Rites, it makes sense to expect one this time too. Likely characters could include Ganyu, Xiao, Baiju and Yelan as limited options, with Chi-Chi and catching from the standard banner also available. This would not only match the Liyue theme, but also give players some great options to choose from. In my opinion, we'll probably see a Chronicled Wish in 5.3. If it does happen, this version will be even harder for free-to-play players. With the main banners already stacked with characters like Mavuika and Arlecino, adding a Chronicled Wish full of fan favorites will make it really tough to save. F2P players are going to need a lot of self-control to get through this patch. As always, keep in mind that while much of this information comes from reliable sources, things are still subject to change. The confirmed 5-star lineup for 5.3 Mavuika, Citlali, Arlecino and Clorinde is the most solid information we have right now. The 4-star characters and the possibility of a Liyue-themed Chronicled Wish are still speculative, but they seem highly likely given the patterns we've seen in previous updates. What do you think about this potential 4-star lineup? Are you planning to pull for Mavuika and Citlali in the first phase, or are you saving for Arlecino and Clorinde in the second phase? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any updates on Genshin. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.